Hi there YouTube, Big G back in with another video, and this time a little something different. Now, one of my favorite 8-bit computer systems is the Spectra video range, the precursor to the MSX. And just as an example, here I've got a 318. This was the 32K version, sort of like the entry-level model. It's got that lovely rubbery chiclet keyboard and this awesome little joystick that was here. Great little machine from back in the day. And over here I've got a 328, one of my first computers that I actually owned. I think I first had the ZX Spectrum, and then I had this 328. Well, actually I had the 328 first, took it back, and then got the Spectrum, but that's a whole long other story. But anyway, back in the day, software was really expensive and really difficult to get hold of. You used to purchase tapes, cassettes of games, and then you used to swap them with your friends. And this specifically came about from when double tape decks came out, and you could then copy from one tape to another tape. So inevitably you'd have some games, your friend would have some games, whichever system it was, and you used to then go and copy from one to the other so that you could sort of share your software. It was sort of hit and miss. Sometimes it worked. I would say 50% of the time it would work, and especially as the games producers became aware of what was happening, they'd make it more and more difficult. So going through my boxes of Spectra video stuff, I came across a tape. So this is a good old EMI 60-minute tape, and I know that there's games on it for the Spectra video system because there's a couple that are written on there, some classics that's on there. But there's games on both sides of this tape. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to pop it in to the machine, which I've got over here, and I'm going to see what obscure titles there are on this tape, because it's full of games and maybe something I haven't played before, who knows. So this is a first in a series of obscure games, but for the Spectra video system. I'm going to do this for other systems as well, because I got a lot of these tapes, you know, they're sort of lying around, and I'm sure a lot of you have got even floppy disks that has all sorts on from back in the day that hasn't seen the light. So maybe this would be from about the late 1980s, so over 20 years ago. Somebody somewhere here in South Africa, this was their compilation of possibly favorite games. So let's have a peek and see what's on this tape and see if we can find anything that's really good to play, or probably more than likely be absolute load of crap and be a basic title. But anyway, it should be fun. Let's see what it is, seeing as nobody's had a look on this tape for the last 20-30 years. So yeah, stick around, let's see what we find. Okay, so I've switched on the good old Spectra Video 328. You can see there it's booted up, got the tape in the player, and just to, oh, there it's found something already. I just typed C load and let it play and see what it would find. So it's found a program called Frog. Let's see what it's about. Let me just type run. And yeah, it certainly looks like a basic game. So Spectra Frog by CAE. In this game you control the frog by using the arrow keys or with a joystick connected to port 1. Every time you have crossed the row, the total of points rises by 10. The game is over after 5 crashes. Good luck. Okay, arrow keys or joystick, and this is by T. Johansson from 1984. Spectra Frog. Well, it doesn't seem to move too badly, and obviously a very, very basic game. The sprites are nice and big, colourful. I've never been a big fan of Frogger. Well, dead already. Well, another one done. Let me just try to get at least one across. And obviously the cars and trucks and that are moving at different speeds to make it more difficult. But not a bad little basic game. Hey, made it. Not sure if this was actually a commercial game. Might have been back in the day. If I had it back in the day, I'm sure I would have played it a lot more. But I don't recall it. Ah, Well, I think that's enough of Frogger. Spectra Frogger, I should say. Let's get on to the next one. Let me just type run, and let's go straight into it as well. Please wait. Okay, land your spaceship on Juno. Landing site must be flat. Okay, so just left and right, and then spacebar, hit any key, and this is by 1983, copyright by SIL, S-I-L. Yeah, definitely a basic game again. You can see by how the graphics fill. Okay, this is what a lander clone. Come on, come on. Okay, dead already. I need to figure out these controls. Ah, there we are, there we are. So it uses momentum. You can see the X and Y coordinates at the top and my amount of fuel up. And the momentum builds the longer you thrust or fire your thrusters. That's right, there was a Spectrum game called Thrust or Thruster that was similar to this. I remember playing that. I must say the controls are actually really good. The feeling of momentum. Damn it, dead again. I'll get this right. I'll get this right. There we are. Just takes a bit of time to. No, I took a chance there by trying to land on the closest one. Let's try it one more time. I think I got the hang of it now. The trick of this is just to try and get the opposite momentum to slow you down. There we are, there we are, there we are. Oh, going for the big one, the 700 points. That was close. Slow down. I made it. I got 700 points. It was a soft landing. Let's try again, let's try again. Well, for a basic game it plays really well. The movement is smooth, the momentum, the force, the thrust aspect of it, very well done. I would love to have played this back in the day. Trying to go for another 700. Let's see, if we can maybe try the 500. Oh, damn it. No, that's enough of that. On to NYBB. I'm not sure what that is. Let's go straight into it. Run. Another basic game. You can see by the way the graphics are drawn. But I've never played this before. I don't recall playing this before. New York Bomb Blitz by Simon Mitchell. Information Technology Services, 1984. I suppose that's supposed to be the Statue of Liberty. I take it from looking from behind, because if it's from the front I think it's holding up a zap sign. Okay, do you want instructions, yes or no? Sukye Befela. Okay, so this is a South African program, because it's asked, it's got Afrikaans there, so yes, I want instructions. Do you want English or Afrikaans? Definitely South African. So this is great. A South African game from back in the day. You have been sent from the planet Trok, okay, that's South African, to destroy the city of New York. On the way to Earth, you went through a galactic asteroid belt and damaged one of your warp drives. Upon entering Earth's atmosphere, you started to fall slowly towards the city below. Your only hope of survival is to destroy every building in New York. If you do this, you'll be able to try the next level. If you fail, you're certain to die. I wonder why. New York. Bomb using the space bar, so one key only. Skill level. As your skill level goes, the faster the ship moves. Good luck. Press enter to continue. Shame. Poor New York City. Maybe ISIS got their idea from whenever they did their bombing back in the day. From playing this. Okay, so level 1. I love that Statue of Liberty. It looks like it's pulling a zap sign. Obviously being a basic game, it's going to run really slowly and with those full effects. Okay, so that is the buildings. So I take it this is sort of like a reverse Space Invaders. My ship's going to move at the top and I'm going to have to drop bombs. Yes, okay. So they drop a bomb. It's got to get all the way to the bottom before I can drop another one. There we are. And then it collapses it. Must try and get all the taller ones. There we are. Yeah, that's a difficult one. So far, so good. Only one control, one key. Clever little concept. I don't recall playing something similar to this. You can see the graphics are rather jokey. The sprite movement could have been, even though it's basic, could have been smoother. Now it's going to start getting a little bit trickier. Oh, good. I can't see myself playing too much of this. I think it would be rather boring rather quickly. There's no bullets flying, there's no shooting, it's just dropping one bomb at a time. But still, I mean, to playing a original South African or a program, a basic program written in South Africa in 1984, I think it was, not bad. Better than anything I did back in the day. This may have even been a typo. Somebody might have typed it in from a... Come on. Yes, got it. Typo from a magazine. One more. Got it. Okay, so I've cleared the stage. I wonder what now. Okay, dropping bombs now means nothing. No buildings left. Let me see if I can drop one on the Statue of Liberty. No, that did nothing. That would have been a cool Easter egg if something happened if you dropped it on top of there. So let's see. There, level, okay, so it just starts again. Starts the level again. No, I'm definitely not going to play that through again. Obscure, definitely an obscure title. I'm sure nobody's played this in the last 30 years. But this was somebody's pride and joy. Would it be my pride and joy if I'd actually programmed it? So let's get on to the next. Horse. Okay, straight into it. Run, another basic program. Who's this? Horse racing. Press the bar. Copyright 1983 by Sil. Again, another Sil game. Horses. I don't know, that horse doesn't look too good. I suppose it's an attempt. Okay, this is a horse racing game for a maximum of 7 people. Can you imagine 7 people playing this around a keyboard? Each player starts with $1,000 and may bet any amount on one horse in each race. So number of players, let's see, I'm just going to try it with one player. Name of the player, put my name in. Have a good time and good luck. So money available 1,000. Do you want to bet on this race? Yes. Okay, so randomly choose a horse. So it would have been nice if they gave you names for the horses. Okay, so horse 7 I'm going to choose. I'm going to go big or go home, so all $1,000 on it. I've got no money left. Okay, time for the horse race. Okay. They look more like dinosaurs than horses. Oh my goodness, look at my horse number 7. I think it's broken a leg. I mean, it's barely moving. Oh goodness, my horse is coming stone last. And luckily I went and bet all my money on it. Okay, yeah, number 7. I take it it's a very random little game. S break. Spectra Break, joystick controller cursor, by another game by SIL. So let's go joystick. It's busy drawing, I suppose, in the background, so therefore another basic game. Yeah, this seems to be another Breakout clone. It's a bit strange having two pedals at the bottom. Not very good. It actually makes it quite tricky having the two pedals that I suppose for a basic game it's really not that bad. Oh wow, okay. Just to make it a bit more difficult. Close the gap. Yeah, the movement is very jerky, being basic. And once, see, even the pedals, I couldn't move them fast enough. Okay, 620 points. Definitely not an Arconoid. I thought I'd lost it there. Still, once again, the pedals just move far too slowly. No, I'm afraid this is not a great game at all, but still, it is a basic program, and I'm sure nobody's played this for, like I said, 30 years. And I must say I had a lot of fun just sticking in a tape, pushing play and seeing what came up. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this. This is just some random obscure games on one of my favorite systems, being the Spectra Video. Nothing really great, doesn't even look like much commercial software here, mostly just basic programs, and these might have even been just type-ins out of magazines. So that was Spectra Break on the Spectra Video. So guys, cheers from me, and remember, keep it retro.